Should I start a new career? A new career or a new career?
New career's not good. I think you should go with that.
I should go with a new career?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna have to turn the music down though because I can't hear you at all. There we go. Tutorials? Nah. I'll skip all the tutorials. Company logo. Company name shall be Brown Lawns. That's who you want to call when, you know, you want some come take care of your yard, right? It's Brown Lawns. I'm just gonna do like a saw blade. Player avatar. Where's the grumpy old guy? There we go. I guess I don't really have a problem with your outfit. I'm wearing a hat, so you know, bald isn't stupid important, I guess. Here. Alright. Yeah, I'll cut down the old cottage. Confirm contract. Let's go. Yes. Oh, no jump button. This is awful. Oh. They expect me to go do a ground check? Man. Like my least favorite thing. when I was doing like taking care of people's lawns and shit. The thing I hated doing the most was doing a ground check. Going around picking up sticks and rocks and shit like that. I'm like, I'll only charge you $15 to mow your lawn if you make sure there ain't shit in it for me to run over. Oh, that's a pretty good price. I know, right? Oh, it's gonna make me start the engine? Kind of psychopath. Some crazy motherfucker decided default should be um, the how do they call it, where you move your cursor up but it goes down. Inverted camera control.
With a mouse?
With the mouse. And I don't know how to change that.
What insane person decided that was cool?
I have no idea. I don't know. I don't know how to change it. I don't know. I don't think these people know what inverted is. On. Ugh. Okay, whatever. This. This is obviously meant to be played with a controller. Jesus Christ. It's not this hard to use a real lawnmower. I hate the camera. What cut height do they want me to do? Warning, you're using the wrong cut height. Well, stop it. I don't know how to change it anymore. Oh, no, that wasn't it. Oh. I did something wrong again. I broke everything. How do I change the fucking height?
I mean, honestly, that's probably the only thing. If I got that game, the only thing I would do is literally just run over everything out of spite. 'Cause I can't do it. I can't do that in real life if I want to cheat code, trust me.
Hold on, I can't hear you. You're really quiet for some reason. You're at 200%. Maybe I just need to turn the game down. Don't let me. I don't think the game's at normal sound. I don't know why you're extra quiet today. I'm cutting at the wrong height. I don't know what height you want me to be cutting at. As far as I know of, you didn't tell me anywhere. Am I just supposed to guess? Damn camera, Jesus. Am I still cutting at the wrong height? Oh, yes, of course. My options are imperial or metric, but it doesn't, it doesn't actually change it. It's either centimeters or centimeters. I think what they really meant to say was, fuck you or fuck you. Just like it says that inverted mouse is off. Yeah. But it's not.
Oh, oh.
So I turned it on to turn it off.
But see, then that might be inverted.
So no for invert is inverted for whatever reason. Oh god, the camera still sucks. I'm really curious, like, should I plug in my controller and see if that's better? Maybe I'll have to find my controller. Jesus. Oh, that wasn't hard. That was exactly where I put it.
That's unusual.
I know, usually someone ends up moving it. But, my controller cord is not.
Oh.
One out of two. Honestly, I'd rather the controller be missing. That's easier to find. There we go. Why? Up and down's inverted too. Down, up, down, up. Wait a minute. It didn't change it at all. I just changed it. I just switched it. It does not give a shit what I actually want the settings to be. It's just like, no, no, no. It has decided violence. The game has decided against me. That must be to recenter my camera. Oh, not engaged, engaged. Oh, good. At least first person is not inverted. I am not used to driving with a controller. The lawn is gonna be bad. Hold up.
Instead of brown lawn.
What's that?
You should have named it No Lawn instead of Brown Lawn.
Right. Oh man, this is something else. Okay. Well, going back to mouse and keyboard. I wish I still had a wheel. I don't.
Thought you were gonna say fun stuff.
I'm gonna put my headset on. No, I'm not. My daughter's not asleep. I can't do that. There. Sounds like, oh hell. I need to be able to hear it. Da, da, da. I have to say though, you know those little turning knobs that you can put on your steering wheel and shit? Fucking hate those. Do not like those one bit. I wonder how bad of a job I can do before the game will let me say I'm done with the job. You're overloading your engine. Slow down. Dude, fuck my engine. I don't care. It's a video game. If I if someone saw me mowing their lawn like this in real life, they'd be freaking the fuck out. Like, oh my god! You're just going around the perimeter. Like, yeah. That's how real pros do it. Don't even lift my cutting blade when I go on their fucking little brick patio. Just wait until I run over your tulips, bitch. Ah. See? Alright. Definitely not. How did I change my camera? No, that wasn't it. Or that was it. What did I do? Alright. Oh, I forgot how bad the camera controls are in third person. God, the camera. The camera is definitely the worst part about the game so far. Jesus. No, 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 no. Yes. Anti-satisfying. I, won I wonder if I ever got that hardware wash simulator. Wasn't that free on Epic for a little bit too?
I don't think.
Oh, no, not Phasmophobia. Damn it, why do your icons look so similar, Epic? Mm-hmm. No, there was PC building simulator and car mechanic simulator. Maybe I saw it on the Xbox One. Close Phasmophobia. I don't want to play that right now. I already have a game going. I'm just clicking all the wrong things today. Jesus Christ, I am going to lead a rebellion against these camera controls.
Will there be an uprising?
You default invert. See, it's not inverted for up and down, but left and right are not inverted. I think I can deal with the one, but not the other. If you knows what I means. They don't need those flowers anyways. I killed some flowers. Oh my god. So, I used to do the lawns of some of my neighbors, right? And one of them came over to talk to me while I was fucking cooking out one day. And they're like, I saw you mowing your lawn the other day. I'm like, okay. They're like, you don't mow my lawn like that at all. I'm like, no, because I actually don't give a shit about my own lawn. They're like, oh. Like, you'd be surprised how fucked up I do jobs on my own stuff versus other people's. I will half-ass the shit out of my own stuff. You have no idea.
I think I have some idea. The whole drywall thing.
What's that?
The whole drywall repairs.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I mean, you have. I mean, they didn't. I've shown you some of my laziness.
I forgot yours. Sweaty. How the hell am I supposed to get in? Yes.
Yeah, you know the phrase, measure twice, cut once? I go by, with my personal shit, measure 0 times, cut many. The closest I get most of the time is, like butt measuring, where you just throw the piece of wood where it should be, and then you just mark it with a pencil. You don't actually measure anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. My favorite kind of measuring. It's probably because that's how we did it most of the time on the farm when I was growing up. Is we had so much shit to do, we just didn't really have a lot of time to do one thing really well. We just had to do it good enough, you know? It was like, all right, the lean-to blew over in the storm, and the horses broke 8 different sections of the fence. The pigs are out, and we just got a bunch of new chicks that hatched. So, we gotta fix all of that somehow today. Like, alright. Looks like we're gonna spend about an hour on each of these problems. And then if we run into any issues, that's where all the extra time is gonna go. Hold on. It says I'm like 95% done. Just kind of curious how the trimmer works. So I'm gonna do that. Perfect. I killed some other flowers. And this, the the amount of being able to see your string on this trimmer is very unrealistic. Like, it has such a definitive, like, line you can see so perfectly clear. I've never been able to see a line on a trimmer this well.
What color line have you used?
Usually either black or blue.
There's
What's that?
there's probably gets a little bit better if you have a brighter color.
Yeah, but see, the brighter colors are usually more expensive. Oops. Ah, yes. I wonder if they'll be able to tell what that says. Hopefully my customers are pleased. Oh, I just enjoyed it when my, lawn care guy wrote bitch in my grass too.
But yeah, that is exactly the kind of stuff I would do in that game. I can't do that in real life. It's funny.
Yeah, it's like, you know how some customers can be. And
Yeah.
sometimes you really just actually want to do some shit like that, but you're like, no, I have to keep a good reputation.
Only if I could.
97.3% complete. I have written bitch in their lawn. So, of course, I'm happy about that. One thing, though, I never really got a chance to do was the riding lawnmower thing. I always used push lawnmowers.
Mm.
Even on like 5-acre plots.
Yeah. Yeah. Um. We use rider lawnmowers.
Yeah.
Riding lawnmowers, so we don't have to worry about like sticks as much. And you were saying you have to clean up sticks. Like, yeah, if it's a big old branch, you're not gonna be able to just run that over, but yeah.
Yeah. No, I'd go through. I had like 3 different rakes. You know, I had the normal lawn rake, and then I had the field rake, and then I had the trimmings rake. And then, you know, of course, I'd pick all the big shit up, like the sticks and shit. And then, oh yeah, I have to start the fucking engine. Um, I don't even remember what I was saying. Oh yeah. You know, so I'd have trash bags and shit like that. Usually I had a trailer to put all the junk in. I actually had like my trimmer and the lawnmower and shit like that in the back of the SUV itself. It, you know, I thought it was neat. My lawnmower, the handle like folded up and shit, and it was easy to put in there and shit like that.
Yeah.
Leave location. What? I don't. Mm, mm. Well, you know, game. I lose all the earnings? What? Or do I still get paid for what I already did? Oh, your little peep. That's so cool. I'll see you in a moment.
That's not very peep.
Your peep's dried up, sweetie. I can't.
There's it was off. Peep is falling off too.
Cool. Ooh.
Almost got it.
Ground objects, penalties and fines. Hours destroyed. Collisions. Hmm. Ground check failed. So I think it just said that I basically made like $50. Cereal, please. 299 now. Let's see. I wonder if I was supposed to read some shit. Cut height 2 inches and 3/8. Okay. It tells me yeah, I mean, I don't give a shit. There we go. All right. Man. Let's go this way. Your little Miss Play-Doh. Smash. That's probably gonna cost me all of the money.
Probably.
Alright. Just get a face full of bushes. Oh, this is funny. Okay, so like that yard I was talking about where it's like 5 acres. I suggested to the lady, I knew her personally, to go with somebody else for her yard because it was going to cost more from me because, you know, I had the push mower, right? So it was going to take me a lot longer. And she's like, no, no, no. You know, I know you. Blah, blah, blah. You know, I'd rather the money go to you. Yada, yada, yada. I figured something was up, right? But whatever. You know, I'll take your money if you really just want to give it away like that, right? So, I do her yard. It took me all fucking day. You know, going out, picking up all her sticks and shit. It's like they haven't picked anything out of their yard for like a year or two. No big deal, you know. I certainly didn't mind. And then, you know, she's like, I am like, I am so close to being done. I could, you know, like I was at her house, you know. I did the rest of the yard first before I got to like her front yard and shit, which was maybe 30, 40 feet to the road, you know. And she's like, so do you have like a friends and family discount? I'm like, oh, son of a bitch. I'm like, now that you're almost done and I could reasonably do the rest by myself, I have,
Chocolate is done.
the chocolate is done? Hold on, let me see what you're talking about.
No chocolate.
Alright, I'm back. Anyways, so, you know, she's like, do you have like a friends and family discount? Oh, okay, I see what's going on. You didn't want to use another company, not because you wanted to see, you know, the money going to someone you knew, rather someone you didn't. Is you're trying to be a cheapskate, you know. And she's like, well, how much do you usually charge for doing like a yard and the trailer park? I'm like, a trailer park lot, you know, like the 800 square foot or the 1600 square foot lawns, because I'm gonna tell you right now that that is nowhere near 5.3 acres. Like, like, were you expecting to pay that amount? Because I would be losing money on gas. You know. Not literally, but close. It'd be close to just breaking even. And not mentioning, you know, maintenance and shit like that. It was absolute hell on my lawnmower. As you can imagine, the push lawnmowers aren't meant for yards that size. And like, she got upset with me because she at the end of our prolonged discussion, she tried to tell me that she was willing to give me $20. I'm like, $20? $20 for picking up, which just picking up her yard took me hours. I started at sunup, and it was probably half an hour away from sundown when I finished. Right? I'm like, $20? $20. You want to give me $20 for... There's no fucking way. No, what would you charge, Quack, for 5.3 acres? What's that?
We haven't really done anything that size before.
No. What's probably the biggest one you've done so far?
What's an acre again?
You say what is an acre?
Yeah.
I think it's like 43,000 square feet.
So if we just say 500 foot by 500 foot. Probably roughly about what that size was. It'd be 500 by 600 for the backyard. 5 by 400 for the front. 20. We'll say like an acre.
Okay.
Just an acre. I think we did like probably around 100.
Yeah. And like a lot of her lawn, you know, I didn't have to cut to city spec length because it was far enough away from the road, you know, so it just had to be neatly trimmed, you know, so whatever, you know, that portion didn't take nearly as long. I didn't pick up the grass clippings out there. She didn't give a shit. The city didn't give a shit, you know, all that good crap. But she told me her yard was 5.3 acres. I don't think it was. It really didn't feel nearly that big, but who am I? I don't know. Maybe she was telling me her total property size and not just like where the grass was, you know? Because she had a lot of woods on her property too. But still, it was a big fucking yard, right? So, like, it's weird, but after that experience, anytime one of my friends wanted me to mow their shit or take care of their yard or do any work on their shit, I started taking payments in advance only from friends. Because I figured out that the people that tried to screw me over the most were the people I knew personally. You know? I'm like, you guys suck.
Yeah, never worked family affairs kind of thing. And it was kind of weasel in that. But first, I'm your aunt. I'm your grandmother. You shouldn't be just coming over and fixing my house up just because I'm your grandma.
Oh, yeah. Thankfully, my grandparents aren't like that. My grandpa, Jesus Christ, I can't even sneeze in his general direction with a helpful tone to it without him feeling like he needs to pay me back. You know? But, you know, like I said, obviously, there's a reason I said my friends I would charge before the job, whereas I didn't really have to worry about that with family. Thank God. But obviously some people have to deal with that. I incurred a ground fine. Is it because I ran over those stones in the pathway? They'll be fine. It's my blades I'm worried about. Fuck those stones. My blades. Oh man. My favorite, and I am not being sarcastic about this. My favorite time of all of that was maintenance day, where I got to, you know, resharpen everything and fix anything that might be going wrong, or, you know, just giving a general tune-up to all my equipment. Those were my favorite days. I didn't have to deal with customers. Just me and my tools. Funny enough, my lawnmower no longer works. It's not actually because of something I did or personal neglect. when winter was rolling around, you know, I did what you're supposed to, you know, I had drained everything out. I covered it up with the fucking tarp, right? But my mistake is I used the same tarp to also cover up all the pedally bikes. And at some point in time, I'm not going to say which kid, but one of the kids decided it was pertinent to uncover everything to get their bike out and not cover anything back up. So, hey OG, how you doing, bud? Welcome to the stream. And, you know, with it snowing, I didn't notice until after the snow had melted that the tarp was no longer on the bikes and the lawnmower. Because it melted and the tarp was sitting next to them. Oh yeah, I got this game for free on Epic. I hate the camera controls, by the way.
Wait, so
What's that?
I might actually have it.
Well, it's very well possible. So, but I knew immediately which child it was because their bike was not in with all the other ones. Right? It was the only bike missing. And now all the bike's chains were rusty. You know, the seats were fucking weather checked from the harsh winter and shit like that. Lawnmower no longer started. I'm just like, oh. There's one moment I can just picture it in my head. The kid is just, all they wanted to do was ride their bike. Right? I don't know why they wanted to ride in the middle of winter, but whatever. You know, so they just wanted to ride their bike. They didn't even think about anything but riding their bike. You know, so they dug out their bike, threw the tarp off from it, went for like a 3-minute ride, if that, realized it was cold as fucking hard to ride their bike in the snow, threw it down and forgot about it. That's probably exactly what happened. And, you know, I'm just sitting here like, my $400 lawnmower doesn't work anymore. And my heart is too broken to try and fix it. You know what I did? I went out and I bought one of those like $20 like push reel mowers. Yep. And I have used that I have used that push mower ever since. And it has two advantages to it. It's too much of a pain in the ass to mow with it for anyone to want to steal it. It's too much of a pain in the ass for my kids to want to play with it. And fixing one of those things is so fucking simple, I could do it with my eyes closed. You can leave those fuckers out in the weather under all circumstances and it'll be fine the next day. Or at the next season. Or the next 10 years. You could forget it exists for half your life. Take it out of the garage. Or just pull it out of the ground. Throw some grease on it and it will work. Oh, this is the best part. It has a self-sharpening rod on it. Yeah, so... you know, don't really have to worry about that too much either. I mow the other side of this. I don't know if my color blindness is messing with me or if I just everything looks more mode than it is. Oh, there's a whole trail I missed. Oh.
If it's like Power Wash Simulator, they should be a button that will that you can press and it'll show you what all is in mode yet.
I mean, I didn't even go through the tutorial, so I've tried to skip any instructions that it's tried to give me. Pro view, hold control. Oh God! It's trying to tell me where I haven't mowed yet. I do have to say though, I have a much harder time seeing this grass than I do, you know, real life grass. Some reason. Odd how the video game grass is harder to see the difference in. Yeah. Oh man. I have also been procrastinating clearing out my shed. Right? Because it's warm enough that weather is really no excuse not to pop the forge open and shit like that. But I just don't want to clean my shed out right now because when winter came around, I just threw a bunch of shit in there haphazardly. And I'm like, oh, I'll clean it up when the weather gets warm. Oh, the warm weather's here, and I'm sitting here like, man, I really don't want to fucking do that. I don't want to clean out the shed. I've been debating getting like one of those big, like, deployable, like, carports to use as like a storage area. Just so my shed will remain open and not obstructed by every fucking thing in the world. I don't even know how I got as much crap as I do. I could probably tell you how I got every individual thing that's in my shed. But, yeah. I'll pull the forge back out one someday relatively soon. Alright. I'm about...
It just depends on how distant of a relative you're talking about.
Like how far away until I pull all the shit out? What's that?
I mean, it depends. You said relatively, and I said relative as in like, you know, first, second, third cousin.
Oh. Oh, okay. Oh. It depends on the day of the week. And that fucking weird iron shit that I tried to work last time, I might give it another try. Maybe I'll heat it up a lot more, you know. See if I can get it to work at much higher temperatures. It's funny because I kept it at a lower temperature to try and not fuck with it too much, just in case it wasn't actually iron. I'm gonna go the other way this next time. and get it nice and fucking really, really fucking hot. And see if I can actually forge it. But a lot of that, like, cast iron shit is really fucking hard to forge in the first place. Super finicky, pain in the ass. What's that?
I hit the button to do a roll. But it didn't do the roll. It just killed me instead.
Nah. And it got you killed. Perfect. You know, the game was just like, you know what? Quack really just needs a break. We're gonna get him killed so he can take a breather for a second. Just a second. It's telling me to leave location. I have completed the contract. Why is it showing me the yard? I know how it looks, I just got done mowing it. I should do like a time lapse or some shit. Alright. I leveled up. Is this one of those games that it restricts me from buying certain things until I reach a level?
Probably. Let's shut up and get it. Now, if they set it as reputation, and for some reason people won't sell you stuff unless you have a certain reputation, they can delete that a little quicker.
I mean, I wouldn't, because, you know, it's like modern era, right? No big box company is gonna give a shit who you are. Your money is your reputation. You know, you walk into a store and you want to buy a good lawnmower and you have, you know, $50,000 in your hands. They're not gonna be like, no, wait, we don't know you. Come on, Joe. Get out of here with that. They'd be like, give me your fucking money and get out of here.
I mean, it makes more sense than some arbitrary experiences.
Yeah. Like you would think that the limiting factor would be how much money you have. be right back. I have to use the bathroom. I have returned. My daughter decided that she was going to instruct me on the things I needed to do to use the bathroom right. Like, you know. You're sleepy? No. She wanted to tell me that I needed to wipe, I need to close the toilet lid, then flush the toilet, wash my hands, and then dry my hands. Because that's the steps that you take. I'm like, oh, thanks, sweetie. Now get out of the bathroom. She just barged in like, hi, I'm here to help. I was like, sweetie, daddy doesn't need help going potty. It's very sweet of you, but I don't need help. This job will give me $40. I don't know how I feel about that. Is it like just... I think it's just picking up trash. Large area litter. Yep. Okay.
That's not lawn mowing.
No, that's picking up garbage. Like, look here, you. It's lawn mowing simulator, not trash pickup simulator. Yeah. There's already grass on their equipment.
This fuse box is in the bathroom.
Did you say the fuse box is in the bathroom?
Yeah.
Who the fuck put that there? You know what? Knowing me, it was probably a handyman. Just gonna throw that out there. There's probably some lazy ass motherfucker that's like, I already have the electrical system exposed in this room. Might as well. Might as well. Of course, that wouldn't really make sense either because, you know, bathrooms are usually more towards the interior walls of the house. You basically have to reroute all the fucking main junctions in. It's just easier to put it on an like wall that's close to the exterior. Fuck that. That's not even a lazy man job. That's like someone intentionally wanting to fuck with you. Like the electrician comes in like, who the fuck did this? Some son of a bitch out there just wants to watch the world burn. Oh my god. So, I actually think it was you. I had a disagreement with a while back about cows and bulls. I wanted to go to the old farmer I used to work for. Funny enough, his name was McDonald, an old.
Yeah, I remember this story.
Yeah. He didn't. He always told me that bulls were just male cows. I'm like, okay, so cows and bulls are the same thing. He's like, yeah. Bulls are just male cows. I'm like, that motherfucker. I wonder if those were one of those want to watch the world burn moments. Like, one day this kid is gonna be like super convinced, you know, that you know, the information I gave him is correct and was like fucking with someone. I don't know. And he's like, no, no, no. And you know, who at the time was I gonna believe the most? The fucking cow farmer, right? So either he was trying to fuck with me or he was trying to dumb it down so, you know, this kid could understand. But, you know, most of the times he didn't treat me like I was a kid, so I'm leaning more towards the, you know, this is gonna be embarrassing for him later and it's fucking hilarious. Because he was definitely that kind of guy. I do have to say though, Old MacDonald, he may have had a farm, but he never E-I-E-I-O'd.
Yeah,
I think his wife still lives there. I'm pretty sure he passed away a while ago. He also tried to get me to date his granddaughter at one point in time. But I thought she was ridiculous at the time because she had dyed her eyebrows. And thank you, OG. Ooh, ramen is always a good choice. I had ramen today too. I put shredded cheese in mine though. I thought she was ridiculous because she had like dyed her eyebrows so they had like blonde stripes in them, and she was a natural brunette, so like she had striped eyebrows. I'm like, you're fucking silly. She's like, yeah, but I like them. I'm like, you got bleach that close to your eyes? Are you stupid? She's like, I didn't think about it that way. I'm like, that's part of the problem. Totally down for the mushrooms and soy sauce, OG. Unfortunately for me, it's really easy to cook mushrooms in a way that I despise them. But if you don't cook them that way, I love mushrooms. But if you cook mushrooms a certain way, they tend to have like the texture of snot. They're all like squishy and slimy and shit, and I hate that texture. I gag on it. Like, oh God! I have the same. I have the same problem with like oysters and fucking mussels too. Now see that's how you do it right there. Fresh. You gotta be careful though, because you know, some mushrooms are really bad for you unless you cook them. But I assume that you know what kind of mushrooms you're adding to your own ramen, so. There was, don't remember what they're called. There's a bunch of mushrooms that grew out on the family farm that when they were ready to cook, or ready for us to pick them and stuff, you'd squeeze them and if they were overripe, they'd actually like poof out spores and shit. Right. So, but you. All right, come here. There you go. Uh, so we'd go around, and almost every single day near when they started looking really ripe, uh, we'd go out and we'd squeeze the one, whichever one looked the ripest. And when they started spewing spores, we'd squish off the mushrooms, uh, and only pick the ones that didn't shoot out spores. And I was told the reason that we did it that way was so we were repopulating the mushrooms before we picked them, right? That way we gave them a chance. What, sweetie?
I guess you'll be our style.
You're gonna give my beard a style? Why don't you brush my hair?
So away. Style mouth.
All my hair's away except by my mouth?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's because I'm bald.
That's a new way
I'll
to put it.
take some. It's cotton sick. It's separate.
Oh. Why, thank you for styling my hair around my mouth. Anyways, yeah, so we waited until some of them were ready enough, so when we squeezed them, the spores would puff out. And, I was always told that was so we made sure that there'd be mushrooms there next year. Yeah, Portobella's pretty good. But
You know about, like, probably a week ago in the game, as per part of the story, it told me I only have 48 hours to do what I need to do.
oh, good. Is it one of those games that when you go to do it, it's actually gonna fuck with you, or no? No. So 48 hours is just, 48 hours from when you feel like getting around to it.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yes.
I don't remember which game it was. I was supposed to go save somebody, right? And they're like, you better hurry up, otherwise they'll die. And I'm like, yeah, I've heard it all before. So no, I proceeded to do all the fucking side quests.
Probably Kingdom Come Deliverance.
What's that?
It was probably Kingdom Come Deliverance.
It might have been. Oh, you're alright, OG. I understand. And then, when I finally got around to going to save this person, they're fucking dead. I'm like, oh. Well, shit. So, the next time I played the game, like New Game Plus, probably, but I might have just started playing the game over again. I just went through the campaign because I already did all the side quests last time I played. I didn't feel like doing all the side quests again. And then I went to go save this person and they were alive. I'm like, what in the actual fuck? The time limit actually mattered for once? Ooh, did you catch anything, OG? Ow! You can't comb my beard backwards, sweetie. That hurts. That pulls my hair.
Okay,
No. You can do it with a hairbrush, just not my beard comb, okay? Thank you. Did you catch anything today, OG?
See a dolphin beard. Oh, I catch it. Kill. Oh, there's what the hell?
Don't say that. Or did you say you got the hair? Does it sound... That sounded like she said, what the hell? Oh, well that's nice. Last time I went fishing, it was bluegill day. So in my area, like twice a year, there's free fishing days. But one of the days, you can catch as many bluegills and sunfish as you want. And that was the last time I went fishing. I went fishing because I knew my mom was coming over and I was going to make some fish for her because she actually likes fish, so does my dad. But I don't, and neither do my wife, or any of my kids. So it was actually, you know, a time I got to go fishing, and I caught like 36 fish that day. And, you know, granted, they were mostly sunfish. I only had like 6 bluegills, but they're all pretty small, right? But none of them were too small to keep. Thank you, sweetie. So, you know, I flayed them all. I got them all ready to cook, and my mom called me and canceled on me. I'm like, oh, son of a bitch. She's like, I'm not feeling good today. I'm like, okay, Mom. Thanks for letting me know. So, you know, I had a bunch of fish in my house that nobody wanted to eat. So I brought them all over to my neighbor. He was thankfully. And he's like, oh, it's so nice of you to clean them and everything for me too. I'm like, yeah. My mom was gonna come over, so, but she canceled, so now I'm giving the fish to you. And he's like, oh, so you didn't clean them for me. I'm like, nope, but you're the one getting them. He's like, well, I still really appreciate it. I'm like, yeah, of course. I wasn't gonna fucking eat them. I'm not that hungry yet. What's that? Now, I do have to retract a little bit. I do like smoked fish. The texture is different. Oh, I think that's... I'm not sure if it's really the texture, right? But I like to think it is. But I don't know. I like... I used to eat a lot more fish. Now I basically don't eat any at all. I think I got this whole side. I do remember the first and only time I ever went fishing with my dad's brother. He asked if I wanted to go fishing. I'm like, yeah, sure. You know. and I only had one fishing rod at the time, and it was a small rod. You know, it is for like panfish and bluegill and shit. And he takes us out, and he keeps giggling. I'm not sure. I wasn't sure why at the time. And he provided the bait and the lures and shit, all that good stuff. I just need to bring my own pole. And we were catfishing. So, and then I actually caught a catfish. It was a very, very long fight because, you know, my wimpy ass little pole and especially my reel was probably the biggest problem with that. It didn't have a whole lot of oomph behind it, and because it was way beyond its weight, you know, it didn't really want to pull in the catfish. even when I'm pretty sure the catfish had given up completely, it was just like my Uncle Tim was just sitting there fucking laughing his ass off, watching me try and pull in this fish. You know, I wasn't sure what I had. I'm pretty sure he at least had an idea that it was much bigger than, you know, my setup was made for. And after a while, he basically just said fuck it and grabbed the line itself and started doing like where he wrapped it around his arm and his elbow to pull it in. And it was a fucking catfish. I have gone hand catfishing, OG, with a different uncle though, and I didn't know it, but we were hand fishing for catfish illegally. So that was extra fun. We got back home with a bunch of catfish, and then he let me know. I'm like, oh, thanks, I guess. He's like, but we got fish. I'm like, but we broke the law, and that wasn't okay. Not cool. I'm not for that. But yeah, no. It's so weird. Like, I don't know. They clamped down really hard, right? It didn't hurt, right? It was definitely enough that I could just pick the fucking catfish out. Alright. But, you know, it's the inside of their mouth feels so fucking weird. But no, that's not this story. So, you know, I get home with my Uncle Tim. I only caught one catfish that day. The rest of what I caught was bass. And we didn't have a license for bass, so we had to keep throwing those back. I swear to God, I felt like I caught the same fucking bass like 4 times. Yeah, he just really wanted whatever the fuck bait we were using. It was like a fucking he probably made his own bait because it was like balls of crap, right? That he just stuck on the hooks. But we get home and my catfish is still alive. I take it out the fucking bucket to show my grandma, right? And I'm like, look, Grandma, at the catfish I caught. She's like, that's cool. And she grabs it and she just slams its head on the floor and on the table, like super hard and violently, and I wasn't expecting that, so I'm like, holy shit, what the fuck? So she, you know, she knocked that bitch out, and then she immediately started flaying, and I'm like, oh god, I'm still, it was like, bam, bam, sk, sk. And she's like holding on to, I guess they had barbs. She was holding on to with a fucking pair of pliers. Yeah. You like your puffy hair?
Yeah, but the bars are actually the nasty part when you go randomly catfishing.
Yeah. Um. But like, the it's funny, right? Because I've always been aware of the barbs on the catfish. I've been shown where they are several times. I've never actually got by one of the barbs. So I guess I'm lucky. I don't know. Yep, I'm mowing the lawn. And yep, I am mowing. No, those are bushes. They don't want those mowed down. Apparently they like their pretty plants. So yeah, she knocked my fish out and then proceeded to skin it alive. I'm pretty sure it was still alive because when she opened up its chest cavity, you could see its organs still moving around. So I assume it was still alive, just unconscious. And she got those fucking fillets off the catfish the fastest I have ever seen in my life. What's up, sweetie? You want me to mow the flowers over? Alright, I got those flowers. At least that's how I remember it. She fucking flayed those things super fast. It was like she had a hold of that fish for less than like 20 seconds. And I swear it took her longer to knock the fish out than it did for her to flay the fish. I'm like, holy shit, Grandma. But like, all of my memories of my grandma flaying fish, or anything for that matter, she was super quick about it. But, you know, like hearing her talk about some of her childhood is they hunted and fished because they had to, right? So yeah. Apparently I have some of that too. Like I can bake a mean batch of cookies out of like no recipe, no measuring anything, just with the consistency of the batter, or more like dough. You know, with anything with flour in it, like pancake mix, some sugar, an egg, and butter or margarine, whatever. I'll just mix it all together, and depending on this is my streaming and recording setup. So, like, you could watch me on that computer play this game. Do you want me to do that? Here, hold on. Nope, not on that. I just. But, you know, I can do a lot of cooking just based off from the texture. What, sweetie? Oh. Oh. I'll fix it, sweetie. After the commercial. Okay. Sorry, I'm back now. My daughter wants to watch me on the other computer for some reason. um, but like, you know, knowing how to, you can feel with your hands the texture that the dough is supposed to be. You know, stuff like that, but you know, for me it feels really simple, but my kids are like, oh, it's magic. I'm like, no, no, it's not. Or like the perfectly golden brown pancakes. I was like, oh, how did you do that? By watching it. I also make my pancake mix without measuring anything either. So, you know, there's that. That's how I like to mix most things. No measuring required. You just have to know how it's supposed to look and feel. No, no. How do you feel about that, Quack? Does that seem abnormal to you, or is that just normal shit?
It's normal for someone who's raised like that, or has that kind of background that you go to any like professional place, they're gonna like murder you.
Oh no, but see, here's the thing, right? I have worked in a professional place, and I have done it by, you know, weight and shit like that. And especially, like, no, it's not the end, sweetie. That one thing I figured out is you're really like, it's a lot more reliable to measure by weight than size. Because, like, let's say flour, for instance, right? It compacts. Even if you sift it out, when you're doing, when you're cooking, it's still fairly inconsistent. So if you want a truly accurate measurement of how much shit you're putting in, you need to use a scale. Instead of like, oh, it takes a cup of flour. No, it's like, this bitch takes 3.72 ounces of flour. You get that measuring cup out of here, you fucking heathen. Follow you? What do you want? Why don't you tell me what you want before you have me follow you? What do you want? I'll be right back, I guess. What, baby? She wanted me to tuck her into bed. But yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. Like, I've worked in like this super stingy area of cooking quite a bit too. And I didn't really have a problem with it. You know, it didn't feel like off or weird. It's just not the lazy man's way of doing it. And I preferred to cook by feel instead of actual measurement out of laziness and nothing else. So, you know, I got really good at cooking that way. So I could be as lazy as humanly possible. It's one of those work hard so you can work easy moments, I guess. Can't tell you how many batches of cookies I made that were just ass before I figured out how it was supposed to feel. Yeah, I have over 1,000 pounds in the game now. I changed the currency too. Does not look like it. Oh. What do you want? I also got I've got yelled at quite a few times too, for how I butcher animals. Because I will cut off every single possible ounce of fat from any meat that I get my grubby little hands on. Because I fucking hate fat. Well, I am going to end this here. So thanks everyone for joining me. I'll talk to you next time.